There's a moment you probably remember. Someone you trusted completely said or did something that made no sense. Not a mistake, not a moment of weakness, a calculated move. And your first thought wasn't anger, it was confusion. How did you miss that? You're observant, you're careful, you read people. So how did this one get past you? The answer isn't that you're bad at reading people, it's that you're too honest to predict dishonesty. And manipulative people know this about honest people. They count on it. Welcome back to Captus Mentis. Today we're getting into the psychology of why honest people are specifically targeted by manipulators, and why that targeting works so well that most honest people don't see it coming until it's too late. Here's what psychology has actually figured out about this. Manipulative people, people who exploit others strategically, aren't looking for stupid targets. They're looking for honest ones. There's a reason. Stupid people are unpredictable. Honest people are predictable in exactly the way manipulators need. An honest person's mind works like this. I tell the truth, so other people tell the truth. If someone says they care about me, they mean it. If someone says they'll do something, they will. This isn't naivete, it's logic. It's just logic that assumes the other person's brain works the same way yours does. A manipulator's brain works differently. They use words as tools, not as truth carriers. They say whatever gets the result they want. And they've learned something crucial. Honest people will believe you if you're consistent. Not truthful, consistent. Say the same lie the same way 5 times, and an honest person stops questioning it because their brain says if they were lying, they would have changed the story by now. So manipulators target honest people because honest people are, paradoxically, easier to deceive. They don't expect deception, they expect consistency. And consistency is something a manipulator can manufacture all day. Here's what this looks like in real life. Sign 1. The honest person shares first. In a relationship, you reveal vulnerabilities early. You tell the truth about your fears, your past, your insecurities. You do this because you're honest, and you assume honesty builds trust. But a manipulator doesn't reveal. They listen. They collect information. Every honest thing you say becomes a map of where you can be hurt. They now know your exact vulnerabilities. And you think they're safe because you've been vulnerable with them. Sign 2. The honest person apologizes too much. When something goes wrong in the relationship, you assume you had a part in it. You apologize even when it might not be your fault. This is how honest people's brains work. They examine themselves first. A manipulator sees this and learns that they can blame shift constantly. They can do something harmful, you'll apologize for it, and now they've taught you that everything is your fault. The pattern locks. Sign 3. The honest person keeps trying to communicate. When they sense something is wrong, honest people try harder. They have conversations, they ask questions, they attempt to resolve conflict. A manipulator uses these conversations as information gathering sessions. They watch what upsets you, what makes you doubt yourself, what makes you back down. Every conversation is a training session where you teach them exactly how to manipulate you more effectively next time. Sign 4. The honest person gives second chances. Because honest people understand context. People make mistakes, people have bad days, intentions matter. They forgive, repeatedly. And a manipulator recognizes this as permission. They know they can hurt you, you'll forgive, and there are no real consequences. So they keep doing it. Not because they're evil, because they've learned it works. Here's the cost of this dynamic. An honest person in a relationship with a manipulator doesn't just get hurt, they get systematized. Their own honesty becomes the weapon. Their vulnerability becomes the map. Their communication becomes the training session. And they often don't realize it until years later. So how do you actually protect yourself? 2 principles. Principle 1. Notice who matches their words to their actions consistently. An honest person says something and does it. A manipulator says something and does whatever serves them. Don't listen for nice words. Watch for consistency between words and behavior over time. If the behavior doesn't match the words are the lie, not the behavior. Principle 2. Trust your early discomfort more than your later explanations. If something felt off on a first date, but they explained it away and you believed them, that initial discomfort was probably right. Manipulators are good at explaining. Honest people are good at being convinced by explanations. Don't let a good explanation override a genuine bad feeling. The hard truth is this: honesty is not a flaw, but it can be a vulnerability. And the world has people in it who will absolutely weaponize that vulnerability because they can. The goal isn't to become dishonest. The goal is to become selective about who gets access to your honesty. So tell me, have you experienced this? Has someone weaponized your honesty against you? Tell me in the comments. And if this helped you understand a relationship that confused you, hit like and send it to someone you know who's still trying to figure out how they didn't see the manipulation coming. They probably need to hear that it wasn't stupidity, it was honesty. You're watching Captus Mentis. Subscribe and turn on notifications so we can keep decoding the hidden machinery of the mind together. Thank you for staying with me to the end. Goodbye and see you next time.